Hello, Stonites. Today we will be learning Chapter 7, that is Social Influence and Group Processes. So let us now think how social interaction helps us in our day-to-day life. Since the time we wake up in the morning till the time we go to sleep, we keep interacting with different group or types of people. For example, in the morning before you go to school, the moment you wake up, you interact with your family members. After that, you go to school, and that is the place where you meet your friends and teachers. You keep on interacting whole day. This is how we keep interacting with people to whom we encounter in our lives. So this is the reason why our lives are influenced by the nature of group membership we have. It is therefore very important to be part of groups which would influence us positively and help us in becoming good citizens. In this chapter today, we shall try to understand what groups are and how they influence our behavior. Let us now discuss about the nature and the formation of groups. So what is a group? A group may be defined as an organized system of two or more individuals who are interacting and interdependent, who have common motives, have a set of role relationships among its members, and have norms that regulate the behavior of its members. So in short, group means any system where two or more people or individuals, they come together, they interact together, and they're very much interdependent with each other's presence. They share ideas in order to achieve one common goal, can be considered as a group. So for example, it can be among your family members or your classmates or the group of people with whom you play every day. So in each of this group, there is a role where each and every one of you has to play, and you started expecting from each other even though you have differences among you all. So for example, this family or the classmates or the play group, you keep on interacting every day can be the best example of a group. Let us now discuss about the characteristic of a group. We have already learned what is a group, so let us study about its characteristics. So the first one is any collection of people with common goals and motives can be one of the characteristics of a group, which means where two or more people or individuals comes together form a group. They have common goals and motives to achieve. So this makes that each group, they are different from one another, and the common goals and motives to achieve gives the group its unique identity. Then comes a group is considered as a kind of a collection of individuals where they are very much interdependent to one another, which means what an individual does in a group may have consequences for the rest of the group members as well. Then comes individuals who are trying to satisfy a need through their joint association also influence each other. So many a times things which we cannot achieve alone, we join groups so that we can work together to achieve or to accomplish something. Then the last one will be a group is considered as a gathering of individuals who interact with one another directly or indirectly. So these are some of the characteristics we see in a group. Let me now explain to you all the difference between crowd and teams. So what is a crowd? It is a collection of people who may be present at a place, situation, by chance, which means this group of people, they have never discussed where to meet and how to meet. But it is because of some situation, it has compelled them to meet there by chance. Suppose you are going on the road and an accident takes place. Soon a large number of people tend to collect where the accident occurred. So this is an example of a crowd. In a crowd, there is no structure and no feeling of belongingness for each other. And they are not dependent to each other, and they are like total stranger. Then what is a team? These teams are special kinds of groups, and the members of teams are very much committed to one another to achieve their common goal or purpose in life. So the teams are very much accountable for their activities, they have lots of positivity among them, they work together, to communicate together, to share ideas together, and that's how they work hand in hand in order to achieve their common goal. So this is the difference between the crowd and teams. In this slide, we will be discussing about audience and mob. So what is an audience? Then audience is a collection of people who assemble together for special purpose, maybe to watch a cricket match or to watch a football match or maybe even to watch a movie. Then what is mob? A mob is a large crowd of people who are very unruly and come together to protest or for an agitation with an intention to cause trouble or violence regarding some demand. Okay, so this is audience and mob. Let us now discuss about social influences and groupthink. So what is social influences? When an individual's behavior, attitude, and their actions get changed or influenced by the people or maybe because of the presence of other people, it is known as social influences. So sometimes we give our best performance or sometimes we might even do the worst. So this is all because of the influence of the people that is around us. Then the other one is about the groupthink, and groupthink is characterized by the appearance of unanimous agreement within a group. So in groupthink, each members they believe that all the members have agreed upon their particular decision and nobody is against to the decision that they have decided to do. So this is known as groupthink. Why do people join group? People join group for so many reasons. The first one is for security. When we are alone, we feel lonely, we feel insecure, and also we feel left out. So many times we wish to join a group so that we will experience the sense of comfort and protection from our group members. And once we join a group, we feel much stronger and we feel more secure. So this is the reason why people join a group. Then the second one is status. When we are members of a group that is perceived to be very important by others, then we feel very proud and we even think that we are far much better than the other people and we feel recognized and experience a sense of power. So this is the reason why people join a group. Then for self-esteem, even people join group just because that group provide feelings of self-worth and establish a positive social identity, and being a member of prestigious group enhances one's self-concept. In that way, their self-esteem will go higher. Then people join group to achieve something in life. For example, what they cannot achieve individually, they can achieve as they join a group. So there is a power in the majority. Then people join group to get knowledge and information because as they keep on interacting directly or indirectly within the group members, it broadens their ideas and knowledge. Then the last one is people join group for psychological and social needs, which means they want to feel the sense of belongingness, giving and receiving attention, and also love and power through a group member. So these are the reasons why people join a group. Group formation. In group formation, we will be studying about how do groups form. The first one is proximity. Just think about your group of friends. How did you all become friends? Is it because that you all study together in same school, or is it because that you all stay in same colony, or is it because that your parents are friends from before? So we have a reason why we become friends, and this is because of this repeated interactions with the same set of individuals give us a chance to know each other's well, their interests and their attitudes. And this is how, with this common interests, attitudes, and the background, we come together to form a group. Then the second one is similarity. Being exposed to someone over a period of time makes us assess our similarities and to know their interests, and that's how we form a group. For example, you like football and your friends in the classroom also love to play football. That's how you all come together to play football together, and that's how you form your own group. Then comes common motives and goals. When people have common motives or goals, they get together and form a group which may facilitate your goal attainment. Suppose you want to teach children in slum area and you cannot do that all alone, and that's how one of your friend seems to be very much interested in your idea. That's how you all come together to work together, and this is how the groups are formed. Stages of group formation. There are 5 different stages of group formation. The first one is forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. So forming is something where the group members, they come together for the first time, and there is a great deal of uncertainty as they don't know much about each other. So in this stage, they will be trying to know each other more and assess whether they will be able to fit in the group or not. So this is known as forming. Then comes storming. Storming is a stage where there is conflict among the group members about how the target of the group is to be achieved, and in this stage, they will be discussing who is going to perform what task. So this is all about distribution of responsibility among the group members. Then comes norming. Norming is about the group members. By this time, they develop norms related to group behavior. This will lead them to develop a kind of a positive group identity, which means here they will create rules and regulations so that all the group members will abide the law. Then comes performing. This is the stage where the group members will come together and after going through all the process, whatever plans they have decided to do, all this they will start putting into action. So this is the stage of performing. So this may be the last stage for many of the group development. Then come adjourning. Adjourning usually takes place for the group, especially like a kind of an organizing committee for a school function. So there may be another stage for such group of people where adjourning takes place, and this is the stage once the function is over, the group may be disbanded. So these are the 5 different stages that comes under group formation. Group structure. There are 4 important elements of group structure. The first one is roles. So roles are socially defined expectation that individuals in a given situation are expected to fulfill, which means every group members in a group, they are expected to fulfill certain responsibility or are expected to fulfill certain responsibilities which are assigned to them. Then norms can be a kind of a standard or of a behavior and belief system which are established or agreed upon and enforced by the group members. So it is this norms which is considered as the rules and regulation. These norms will guide the behavior of each group members. Then status refers to the relative social position given to group members by others, which means maybe do some certain status or maybe a kind of a position will be given to an individual because of the seniority or maybe because of the experiences. So it depends. So for example, the captain of a cricket team has a higher status compared to the other members, although all are equally important for the team's success. So this comes under the status. Then the cohesiveness is referring towards togetherness, binding, or having mutual attraction among the group members. So once there is a cohesiveness among the group members, all the group members, they started to feel, to think, and start acting that they are a kind of a social unit, and they no longer think that they are an isolated individuals. So all this comes under the group structure. Types of group. We have primary and secondary group, formal group and informal group, in-group and out-group. So what is primary group? Primary group is the pre-existing formation that is usually given to a person since the time we are born. So people usually remain a part of it throughout lifetime. Example can be religion and caste. Then secondary group, here individuals are given choice to choose where they want to join. So the best example of secondary group can be political party. Then what is formal group and informal group? Formal group, here all the functions are best to be performed explicitly as stated. There is a work hierarchy. Example, educational institution. Then informal group are those group where the roles of each member in the group are not specified and they share a very close relationship among each other. Example can be friends. Then what is in-group and out-group? In-group means one's own group where we belong. So the in-group are usually identified with the word we, and out-group means another group where we don't belong. So this belongs to someone else's group. So the word out-group is most of the time identified with the word they. Influence of group on individual behavior. Under this, we will be studying social loafing and group polarization. But in this slide, we will be learning about social loafing and why does social loafing occur and how to reduce social loafing. So let me first explain what is social loafing. Social loafing is a reduction in individual effort when work on a collective task, which means an individual tries to run away from the responsibility when there are lots of people working together. And for example, it can be tug of war. In a tug of war, none of us can identify who gives maximum effort. So many a times in such situation, the group members they try to relax and become a free rider. Now, why does social loafing occur? Then social loafing occur when the group members feel less responsible for the overall task being performed, and when there are no motivation among the group members, and when they feel that or when they realize that their contributions will not be evaluated on individual basis, and also when there is no coordination among the group members. This is the time when social loafing takes place among the group members. Then how can we reduce this? We can reduce this by making an effort to make all the group members feel that their presence are valued. And also we need to increase the pressure to work harder. And also we have to make each of the group members feel that their individual contribution is highly valued and important for the upliftment of the group. The last topic for today is group polarization. So let me explain to you all what is group polarization. Group polarization means important decisions are taken by groups, not by individuals alone, okay? Which means groups are likely to take more extreme decisions than individuals, okay? It strengthens group initial position because of the group interaction. Then, what causes group polarization? So, suppose in a company where there are lots of like-minded people, the moment you hear that your viewpoint are being accepted by those group of people, so this is the time where you feel more favored towards the decision you have made. Then bandwagon effect. When a person finds others sharing his viewpoint and that is the time when he feels like his view is validated by the larger section of people. Then the last one is when people have similar views, it automatically makes other person to feel that they are in the same group. So these are some of the reasons that causes group polarization. So with this, we come to the end of our explanation for chapter 7.